Let me know your thoughts in the comments, especially you core Pokemon fans, you core Pokemon players. I'm obviously not part of that group. All you core people, look at this system. What do you see in it? Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Big question for you core people. Can you see a competitive scene forming around this type of system, this league system? Obviously, we don't know a ton about PvP yet, but from what we do know, what do you core people think about Pokemon Go PvP? Good morning, everybody. Literally right now, I just woke up about 10 minutes ago and realized that PvP was announced by Pokemon Go, which is insane. So obviously this news was news for you guys yesterday. We are hatching a 10-kilometer egg. I'm going to hatch that. Today is Friday, which means the Pokemon Go Community Weekend event starts right now. Not right now, but like in a couple hours from now, 1 p.m. today. So we've got that going today, which is really exciting. Super ready for that. And yeah, PvP is coming soon to Pokemon Go. When is soon? We don't know. That was the egg? Yes, it was. Did I forget to claim my stamp yesterday? Yes, I did. Do we still have to complete the Melton Quest? Yes, we do. So we're gonna work on this today because this needs to be done, and also get out there and hunt the brand new Community Weekend event because we're gonna be looking into how awesome is it? How OP is it? What are the shiny spawns actually like for this? Because I think a lot of people are expecting to catch a little bit of shinies. A lot of people are expecting to catch every single one of the community shinies over and over again. I don't know how the spawns are gonna look like, or what the event's gonna be like, or how intense the shiny just catching is gonna be. We're gonna find out today. My life is a mess right now. We had some not Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. So the Pokemon Let's Go and the streaming and stuff, upgrading the setup finally, but I gotta do this before the 1 p.m. PST start to today's event. So, but here's what this looks like when it's done though. Whoa. Pokemon Go just tweeted right now, here's your chance at an exclusive sneak peek into Pokemon Go Trainer Battles trainers. Do you want to know more about this new feature? #GoBattle. Are they about to give us a so today we were going to focus on what we think is going to be the new PvP system, how we think it's going to work, because I ran a poll, and in about 30 minutes, we've got 2,200 votes, 34% saying turn-based, 28% saying tap and swipe, and then 38% saying a new system. I have no idea what that would be or what that would look like, but the majority of you guys say a new system. We might done diddly find out right now with Pokemon Go's tweet. We'll see. I don't know what they're going to tweet after this. I'm very excited. I obviously voted yes. So fingers crossed, we get a little sneak peek into the PvP system today. Maybe we'll even see it drop today. We don't know when it's coming. Show me. We have a stage. We have a stage for today, which is cool. Like it's like a big stage. Along with the stage, we have some spawns happening right now. It has begun, along with all the PvP hype, which we have a ton of information that was released today by Pokemon Go. We've got some community day stuff happening, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a Duskull nest. I don't remember a Duskull community day, so I can't see any other reason why they would be spawning like crazy here. So let's get the streaks. Let's get, oh my gosh, wait, I forgot to do that yesterday. We missed our stamp once again, research breakthrough box. We talked about, right? You guys know what's part of it. And we've got all of the community day spawns happening right now. So I want to talk about and go over exactly what we know about PvP because we do know a lot. Niantic has released on Twitter a lot of information about PvP, how it's gonna work, and then battle leagues and systems. Leagues, there's gonna be leagues. I think it's a really good system personally, and again, we'll go over like how I feel about it, what I think and expect to see with the system, and then exactly what we know. I'm gonna punch this Duskull in its frickin' face in about 2 seconds here, thank you. And also along with talking about PvP, I kind of want to test out, for lack of better words, test out this community weekend event because obviously we've got a lot of community day spawns just right here. We have a Pikachu, we've got 2 Chikorita, a Cyndaquil, a Mareep, which we did not get a lot of, but we need this shiny. And in like, an hour or a half hour worth of lures, I'd like to see how many shinies we could catch, or if any. Will it be that easy to get shinies this weekend with all of the just spawns happening, our shiny possibilities raised? We'll have to see with it. But I definitely think, I'm obviously gonna lure the entire park up as always. I definitely think if we can catch at least 1 shiny in a 30-minute lure session around this park, we'll be doing pretty good this weekend. That's all exciting stuff, but the really exciting stuff is the PvP. Oh, also, don't worry, I have remembered that I have not forgotten the Melton Quest. We need to do this, and finding a Drowsy is gonna be really hard to do now that the spawns are kind of gone for that, so working on that too. Seeing some of our first more rare spawns here. Actually, we've got a Mareep, a Beldum, and a Larvitar. and no internet. No. Okay, let's try this again. Larvitar, Mareep, and Beldum. Now, all I want, Dratini and Charmander. We have found 2 Dratinis, neither of which were shiny. I've seen no Charmander quite yet. And actually, as you can see, the park getting nice and festive. The decorations are going up for Christmas, which is cool. Do actually have a Dratini at that stop over there, but I wanted to talk about PvP, but it's at least something, part of it. Another tweet from Pokemon Go, Beldum, basically stating that there are 3 different leagues. So PvP will work with 3 different leagues. There is Great League, Ultra League, and Master League, and then on screen should be the badges for all 3 of those as well, which look cool. You know, we got the 1 stripe for Great, the 2 stripes for Ultra, and the 3 for Master to show that you are that guy or girl. Now, leagues work with CP, basically. PvP isn't CP based, but the league in which you battle in is 100% CP based. Well, there's not CP based, it is CP based. Eevee and Pikachu, hello. Each league has a max CP allowed per Pokemon, and this is actually gonna bring a lot of strategy into the game, right? Like, you're not gonna go in with a Tyranitar every time. You might if you're in the Master League, but if you're in the Great or Ultra Leagues, you're not gonna be using your bigger CP Pokemon. A lot more strategy involved in like that Ultra League, Great League level. Really looking forward to actually seeing what you guys do with that, which Pokemon squads you guys decide to use. And also very interested to see how it is for newer players joining the game, Pikachu, or returning players coming back to the game, because with this system, a new player and a player who's been playing this entire time could battle against each other and have a fair fight, as long as they have equal Pokemon knowledge, because it comes down to type effectiveness, really. But basically, Great League, your max CP allowed per Pokemon is 1,500. What was the IVs on this? Ultra League, max CP per Pokemon is 2,500, and Master League, there is no CP limit per Pokemon. This is a Duskull nest, which means we really should farm it while we have it, because I would love to get a shiny Duskull. I'd also love to get another shiny Dratini, and there's one over there. Is that a pirate ship? Okay, well, while these pirates dock, talk. Well, first of all, Dratini spawn is right here. Dratini, Bulbasaur, and Chikorita. A lot of good spawns. I mean, it's good to see that all the Community Day Pokemon are definitely spawning. But shiny rates, I don't know. I have no idea. But again, back to the leagues. How's it gonna work? Well, we know how it's gonna work. It's based off of CP. But like I said, like, there's gonna be certain Pokemon that are gonna be good in each league. Like Great League with a max CP of 1,500. There's gonna be certain Pokemon that you're gonna use meta-wise underneath that 15 CP mark. That will probably be like the standard, or like strategically better, more versatile, right? Same thing with Ultra League with that 2,500 mark. There's gonna be a certain amount of Pokemon that you're gonna really want to lean towards using, and then Master League with no limits. I mean, you know, go crazy. Also, we got a little sneak peek into how it's gonna work with the teams. We've got teams. There will be teams you can create, pre-made teams for each one of your leagues. Here, we'll talk about the league and the teams that way. Definitely good spawns at the park. Larvitar, Beldum, still Duskull nest. Still need to maybe get that red Duskull at some point. And then while I try to catch this frisky Larvitar, here is the Ultra League. It's a screenshot of the Ultra League along with Togekiss, Torterra, and Espeon. All Pokemon right underneath that 2,500 CP limit. Obviously, like 2444, 2437, 2475. You want to get as close to that as physically possible, because, I mean, the higher your CP, the better, right? But it's looking like the strategy with this person is Togekiss, great defensive Pokemon, Torterra, nice little grass type attacker, and then Espeon, a fantastic psychic type person. And Beldum. I guess not person, he's a Pokemon, right? Pokemon are people too, okay. So it seems like from this, just the typing of these 3 Pokemon and just like I don't know, how tanky each one is, it's gonna be diversity. Apologies. Diversity in your team is gonna be the strategy here, because I don't know how it's gonna work when you match up against someone. If you're gonna be able to see what kind of Pokemon they have so you know how to counter it, or like, I don't know how that's gonna work. It looks like 3 Pokemon per battle team. Obviously, you can set teams, which is really helpful. You can set your Ultra team, your Great team, and your Master League team. But when it comes to the strategy, because I know I'm talking a lot about strategy right here, some of you may already see it, some of you may not. The strategy when PvPing against someone is going to be probably not knowing what they have and then just preparing for everything. It's a lot like how, and this is how I'm assuming it's gonna work, a lot like how Clash Royale does their battle system, right? Like, it's a 1v1 system. You're battling up against someone who has cards, a whole deck of cards, and a whole strategy that you don't know anything about, right? You're going in with your deck, with your strategy, with your preferred cards, and in Pokemon GO's case, you'll be going in with your 3 preferred Pokemon, with your strategy of, typing and defense stats, offensive stats, whatever mix and match you want to make for your Ultra League or your Master League or your Great League. You're going to go in with those 3 Pokemon, assuming whoever you're battling or the team system, I don't know how the battle system's going to work, we just know how the team system works, kind of, sort of right now. Whoever you end up battling against, obviously it's going to be even, right? So they're going to have 3 Pokemon as well. You probably won't know what you're going to battle up against, but you're going to have to bring a diverse team that can counter certain things. Now, the question is, how is the battle system going to work? We still don't know if it's going to be, I actually posted on Twitter, the poll on Twitter, a tap and swipe, a turn-based system, or an entirely newly developed system made specifically for and tailored for Pokemon Go, because I need that shiny too. Remember, Pokemon Go is a different game from the main series games, which means that will probably apply to a lot of the features that we see here in Pokemon Go. So I wouldn't be too surprised if they tailor-made a system, we just freaking critical that, tailor-made a system in order to make PvP work in Pokemon Go. We don't know that yet. We only have a little bit of information, but that's kind of what we have right here for now. My lure's about to run out. Let's check those 2 stops first. Okay, the lure ran out. I had to go berry up a gym because I have too many berries because I haven't been playing much lately. Also, a quick note on that, I know I haven't been grinding as much as usual. We've been busy, man. And the lures run out. There was a Beldum here. Well, let me just show another screenshot here from Pokemon Go. The Great League, max HP per Pokemon, 1500. As we can see, we've got Altaria, Sableye, and Azumarill. And at, 1424, 1356, 1363. Again, getting close to that 1500 mark. And as you can see, actually, great team 2 with, what is that, a Jinx, a Cacturn, and a Lucario. That's cool. Still don't have, we need to get that. Where are my eggs at? Hold up. Eggs are looking unincubated. And I've got oh my gosh, this is how far behind it. Oh, also, speaking of incubators, there is a Community Day box, and it is 3 incubators, 2 lucky eggs, 2 star pieces, and then 30 Ultra Balls, which is something I will be, and it's actually only $4.80, so it's pretty cheap for all that. Oh, that's a lot of Ultra Balls for, dang it. I'm also gonna buy this right now. Oh, no, I'm not. Looking like you could have multiple battle parties, just like how with raids work. You can have multiple battle parties per league, which is awesome. So if you're gonna go up against someone who is infamous for their, let's say, Charizard usage in the Ultra League, right? Like JT Gilly, he's gonna use his Blast Burn Charizard that's maybe under 2500 CP. So I can have a couple battle parties ready, right? I can have a party ready for someone who likes fire types, for someone who likes rock types, fairy types, like that. It can get really, really strategic and very, very customized, which I think is super cool. Lure ran out. We did not get a shiny in this first little lure sesh. I know I'm a bad trainer. We're not gonna do another lure sesh. I have to go get some work done on the mental health project we're working on. Again, if you guys have connections or know people or have family members within the industries of psychology, therapy, universities, let me know, email me. And actually, we do have some developer insight to share as well from the Pokemon Go developers on PvP, which is cool. And actually, that building was finished sort of recently. They've been doing a lot of construction here in Marina. So the one thing that I do want to say, because I know that people are going to be annoyed and be like, Mystic, why aren't you playing 6 hours a day like you used to? I'm busy, I'm working on things, okay? So, but tomorrow in San Diego is going to be the massive grind sesh for this weekend's Community Day weekend. And I'm going to play a little bit tonight too. So, I'm playing, I promise I'm playing. And we will get at least 1 shiny Dratini or Charmander or I guess Mareep. And now some developer insight along with, actually I gotta catch this Bulbasaur right here and we have to evolve it for our quest of Evolve a Pokemon today because I have not gotten my stamp for the day. I'm just nab this guy real quick. I'm gonna read the tweet from Niantic. Oh, and I exited out of it. If this thing runs 45 CP, we'll read the tweet from Niantic with the developer note. Developer note, when designing trainer battles, we wanted to create an experience that everyone can enjoy and ensure that different kinds of Pokemon can show their strengths. With leagues in trainer battles, we hope to create a system that's accessible to many trainers. And then the following tweet was, stay tuned as we prepare to reveal more information about Pokemon GO Trainer Battles. During this time, I'm gonna evolve this Bulbasaur. During this time, we encourage you to get ready by reviewing your Pokemon in your Pokedex and creating battle parties for each league. So basically they're saying, get ready for the PvP drop. This is all we know about PvP right now, which is why the title of the video should be something like part 1, because this is like the first half of the reveal. I almost expected this to go into my Pokedex. I was waiting for that screen. I'm an idiot. This is only the first half of the reveal of PvP. Obviously, we have not seen the system, but we know that there is a league system. So we know a little bit about, we know quite a bit. We know the leagues, we know how battle parties are gonna work, we know how the leagues are gonna work, we just don't know how the PvP system itself is going to work. And there's a November 30th stamp, and then, I mean, leave. So going back to the developer note, I thought that was a pretty important kind of just message by them. I really like how they said that they want to create basically like an ecosystem where more Pokemon are used, right? With the different leagues, you're gonna have different Pokemon that shine in each league depending on, I mean, CP, type effectiveness, a whole bunch of stuff. But basically, every league won't be Tyranitar, Blissey, Dragonite, you know what I'm saying? Although there will be those people with 1400 CP Dragonites and Tyrantars just roaring and ready to do this. But the idea is to create a system where more Pokemon can be used, which is something that we don't see in Pokemon Go that you see in the main series games. You can't really, in Pokemon Go, there's a very fine meta, like just a group of Pokemon that you kind of just use always. Raids are nice because there's been a lot of different kind of raid bosses, and it really makes it more fun. Put Pokemon Go away. Really makes it more fun to use different types of Pokemon, because different types of Pokemon are obviously super effective against different types of raid bosses. So certain Pokemon work better against certain raid bosses, and we saw a little bit more of diversification in Pokemon that you use through the raid system, because you guys remember gym battles, Dragonite, and Blissey. So now it looks like with the PvP system, they're going even further with that and trying to develop a system that really diversifies the Pokemon that we use in battle, which is awesome. That is great to hear and great to see, because if we had a world where freaking Blissey and Snorlax and Tyranitar and Chansey are the only Pokemon you see people using, that would suck. But that's my take on it. Those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, especially you core Pokemon fans, you core Pokemon players. I'm obviously not part of that group because Pokemon Go was the first Pokemon game for me, and then Pokemon Let's Go was my first core game, and it's hardly a core game. So, hey, it's a core game. But all you core people, look at this system. What do you see in it? Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Big question for you core people. Can you see a competitive scene forming around this type of system, this league system? Obviously, we don't know a ton about PvP yet, but from what we do know, what do core people think about Pokemon Go PvP? And then everyone else, let me know in the comments too, and also let me know what kind of battle system do you think it's gonna be? Turn-based, tap and swipe, or a new system? And then right now, actually, we have the story of the week, and then we're out. And I didn't get a shiny today. I didn't grind too hard. I didn't deserve that. Tomorrow we get a shiny. This week's story of the week was on the topic of bullying, and then next week, we're gonna focus on relationships, which I feel like will be a pretty popular topic because everyone goes through the relationship type stuff. So anything in the relationship, if you're going through something or went through something, you went through a bad breakup, need advice, or want to talk to people, relationships, Discord, link in the description. Again, the story is on the topic of bullying. So thank you to everyone who shared, everyone who was talking in the chat. Really means a lot to a lot of people. Ever since I was little, I've been bullied. I am short, 5 foot tall, and I was an easy target. Every day I would hear things like Little Mai after the Moomin character, or Catface, a translated version of how they would distort my name. If I were to go into a bathroom, they would knock on the door and try to pick the lock. Girls would just avoid talking to me altogether. I grew up in a small place, so I was always in school with the same people. Near the end of high school, one of the guys that bullied me most decided to go after me. During a break, he came into my classroom and followed me around, and he proceeded to put his hands in my pants. There were people standing around and laughing. I can still hear them as I write this. Luckily for me, the bell rang and he ran out. Damage was still done. Now this part I've only ever told one person before because it still gives me nightmares, where I'm back in that classroom. During this, there was also a sudden death in my family, and I was being harassed by some girls online. After high school, I ended up moving 8 hours away from where I lived in order to go to another school. This ended up being one of the best things that could ever have happened to me. It was during this year I finally started making some friends and slowly started believing in myself. I even applied to a journalism school because I had dreamt of that for as long as I can remember. I have a tattoo that says "Love is louder" on my left wrist to remind me of how far I've come. I'm here to tell you that you matter. Your story matters. Bullies can't hold you down unless you let them, and you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Again, bullying is something that I can't believe that still happens. It happens a lot. It's a very common thing, and it sucks how bad, mean, unempathetical some people are out there in the world. So if you're in school and you see a situation where there is bullying, please step in. Please tell a teacher. You're not a snitch. Like you're a good person. Tell a teacher. Tell your parent. Tell someone. And then remember that this next week we are focusing on relationships on Discord. So hop in the relationships chat, share your story. See other stories, and show support as we always do. Thank you guys for being a part of the Discord. I'm so sorry I've been so inactive on it. There's been so many things happening right now, and then now we've got PvP. So trying my hardest to stay up on it, but we've got some new leadership involved in the Discord server, which is great. So it's in good hands. I'm still around. Please still keep talking, keep chatting, keep sharing. And yeah, thank you all for being a part of it. And that was today's episode. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode where hopefully we see PvP. So I'll see you then. Peace out.